Two young women were among 12 people whose feet Pope Francis washed and kissed at a traditional ceremony in the Rome youth prison on Holy Thursday yesterday. The first time a pontiff has included females in the rite. The Pope travelled to the Casa del Marmo prison on Rome's outskirts for the traditional Mass, which commemorates Jesus' gesture of humility towards his apostles the night before he died. The Vatican spokesman said 2 of the 12 whose feet were washed were Muslim inmates. Taking the ceremony to a youth prison was also a papal first, and Pope Francis, who was elected only 2 weeks ago, said he wanted to be closer to those who were suffering.
Today is day 3 of the Central Mela 2013 Carnival and Trade Fair organized by the Old Boys Association of Bandaranaike Central College, Veyangoda. News First is the media sponsor of the event, which concludes on 31st of this month.
Day 3 of the Central Mela 2013 Carnival and Trade Fair was declared open by News First Sangit Kaluboila and Attorney at Law Lalita Jayasuriya. A group including members of the OBA of Bandaranaike Central College, Veyangoda, and the principal of the school were present at the occasion. Large crowds visited the Carnival and Trade Fair yesterday as well. The Carnival and Trade Fair comprises of a number of fun and game stalls and trade stalls. The group Purple Range performed at the Carnival last night. Visitors to the Carnival have the opportunity to view the News First mobile studio and participate in screen tests. You're watching Primetime News. Up next is Action TV. The Mahawewa, located in the Madulla Gram Seva division, is a boon to farmers residing there. The rainwater collected at this tank, which spans an area of about 70 acres, nourishes about 35 acres of paddy fields in both harvest seasons. In addition, when an adjacent waterway dries up, farmers of another 45 acres of paddy fields rely on the Madulla Mahawewa. Except for being selected for a clay racket under the propaganda campaign Dahasak Mahawew, the Madulla Mahawewa has not seen any renovation until a proposal to renovate it was passed unanimously at the Madulla Janasabha. The proposal was passed at this Janasabha meeting, in which the Panduasnura West Divisional Secretariat also participated at a time when a sum of 1 million rupees allocated for the development of Madulla under the One Project for One Village program was about to be returned to the treasury since no use had been made of it. The Madulla Farmers Society was tasked with the renovation of the reservoir, and a 5-member committee was appointed to monitor and assess progress. The committee, which comprises of 3 farmers from Madulla, a Pradeshya Sabha member and an agriculture research officer, are completely dissatisfied with the renovation work. What the President expected through the One Project for One Village program is that funds would be allocated for infrastructure development to enable community development. Renovation of the Mahawewa was handed over to the Madulla Farmers Society so they could carry out the project properly, but no development work has been done on this. There has been an embezzling of funds here, and I gave a written notification to the Divisional Secretary not to pay out funds for this project. The charges made by this person, who in addition to being a government public representative is also a farmer who is knowledgeable about reservoirs, can be easily proven by a glance at the reservoir. While this project has been listed as successfully completed in the Jatika Savya Gamanaguma record books, the agriculture research officer who has to answer to the farmers is now unable to face them.
I cannot give an answer on how funds were released for this. There is no documentation. As far as I know, funds should be released to the Farmer Society through us and under our supervision. But this has not happened. I do not know how they got the funds released. This needs to be looked into. My signature was not obtained to release funds.
Is the rogue who approved the release of funds to the Madulla Farmers Society to commit this fraud from the government? Shouldn't investigations be held to determine this? Chairman of the Kurunagala District Development Coordination Committee, this one is over to you.
News First U reporter Anil Pradeep from Gonapola filed this report today.
A SLTB bus operating on the 120 bus route met with an accident in the Halpita area in Casbah this morning. The accident occurred when the SLTB bus veered off the road and crashed onto a light post. The bus was heavily damaged in the incident.
On to news from the economy, the Central Bank of Sri Lanka says that inflation has reduced this month. According to the latest data released by the CBSL, inflation this month was at 7.5%.
Inflation increased to 9.8% in the months of January and February. Incidentally, this was the highest figure recorded in the recent past. However, the central bank notes that inflation reduced considerably to 7.5% this month. The CBSL says that the prices of goods such as rice, vegetables, fish, canned fish, eggs, big onions, red onions and potatoes reduced this month. Meanwhile, vegetable prices at the Dambula Economic Centre have decreased sharply at present due to an increase in supply. About 30,000 kilograms were wasted over the past 2 to 3 days. Demand is low, produce is not being sold. We are trying to sell it at any price so that we can at least meet the cost of hiring a lorry. Our farmers are cultivating vegetables by targeting the New Year season, expecting prices to increase. Every year, because of the excess of produce in March and April, prices decrease. There needs to be a program in this country to protect farmers when prices decrease. Bus fares amended on 5 occasions in the past 6 years. Authorities say the amendments to the bus fares were made in accordance with a regulatory system. Fuel prices increased on the 23rd of February once again. Charges on school van services and three-wheelers increase. The public complained that these charges are not revised under a regulatory system. Why has no system been introduced for the revision of three-wheeler and school van charges?
A felicitation ceremony titled Vijay Upaharagi was held at the Nilum Pukuna Mahinda Rajapaksa's Theatre in Colombo to mark the 25th death anniversary of late politician and veteran actor Vijay Kumaratunga. The ceremony was held last evening, was organized by the Vijay Sahurda Sangsadaya. President Mahinda Rajapaksa also attended the ceremony. Popular artists from 3 eras performed songs from the movies Vijay Kumaratunga acted in. Awards were presented in appreciation of Dr. Lester James Pieris, Sumitra Pieris, late Dr. Tissa Abesekara, Vasant Abesekara and several other cinema directors who helped Vijay Kumaratunga in his journey to become a veteran actor.
අද මේ නෙළුම් දහන කොට තිබෙන්නේ මේ කලාකරුවන්ටත් අද බොහොම වටිනා සොඳුරු මතකයන් ජනාධිපතිතුමන්ගේ සුරතින් බහර ගන්න.
Well, with that, we wrap up tonight's news bulletin here on MTV Sports. I'm Krishna Pandagaratna.
And I'm Nadim Majid. Remember, you can read up on any of the stories that we had tonight by logging onto our website www.newsfirst.lk. Have a very pleasant evening, good night and good luck.